Secretary Sakai is saying, back in 1990, the Caribbean nation of Trinidad and Tobago had a failed Islamist coup where parliament was taken hostage. If the separatists had succeeded, what do you think the geopolitical consequences would have been of the first Islamic government in history forcing a foothold in the Western Hemisphere or the Americas? Yeah, so my understanding is that there is no Islamic countries in the entirety of the Americas, which is pretty amazing if you think about it, right? You have like an entire continent of with no Islamic countries. That is very significant. So apparently, this, you know, Trinidad and Tobago almost became an Islamic countries in the 1990s. I don't know if that's fair to say, because it seemed like with how minority of a Muslim population, I don't think it was realistic for them to be able to hold it as an Islamic country. Like I think this is a coup that was doomed to fail. So it's like just this is a very hypothetical that is very unlikely, right? Like even if the coup was successful, it would have been successful for like, I don't know, half a day. Like I don't know if an Islamic country could like hold, Trinidad and Tobago. Am I pronouncing it right? Yeah. But like, let's just for the sake of, um, just for the sake of, you know, like playing with this hypothetical, assume that they would be able to hold an Islamic government. And again, this is guesswork. I don't know if any of this would be accurate. Nobody can tell, right? But I'm assuming that if you had such an Islamic country in, I don't know, South America, for example, or in the Caribbeans, to be more precise, um, I'm assuming that there would be a whole bunch of Islamic countries that would be trying to use it as a proxy, right? As a way to smuggle in. I mean, this is, I think, a very fair guess. We already see Venezuela, who is more buddies with like the Islamic Republic of Iran. Iran is already using this Venezuela as a base of operations in the Americas, like, and a few other South American countries or Latino. I don't know if that's a PC way to say it. I don't know. I haven't been up to date with the most PC things, but yeah, we can see Iran, the Islamic Republic of Iran, is already using some of these countries as a base of operations in the entire Americas. So I'm assuming that if we had a Sunni government, especially in the 1990s, where the Saudi Arabia was, dabbling in radical activities around the world way more than it is today. I'm assuming like Saudi might have used Sunni Islamic government as a way to, you know, um, exercise their influence in the region. So that's what I think would have happened, right? You know, especially given that we see that right now, even with non-Islamic countries like Venezuela, Islamic Republic of Iran is using it. I mean, they were trying to, like, for example, when the Islamic Republic of Iran recently tried to kidnap Masih Alinejad from the United States, right? To bring them back to Iran. And for example, they were using Venezuela as a base of their operation to bring it to Venezuela and then from Venezuela to go back to Iran, right? So Venezuela is like a non-Islamic country. Like imagine if you had an Islamic country. Oh God, my power went out. Hold on, let me turn off this. I have to go through the stream today very fast. All right. Okay. Let's continue this without power. How's my audio? Is my audio still okay? All right. Let me see. Let me see what you guys are saying in the live chat. Are you vegetarian? I'm going to start this. Yes, D is saying the U.S. would have had a fit. Yeah, exactly. This would be. I think that. Oh yeah, you're right. Actually, D is pretty. That's pretty true. The CIA would have had a whole bunch of operations probably in this country if it was being used. No name saying it's really interesting that there's no Islamic countries over here. I heard there's a huge Lebanese population in South America. Yes, but they're all still minorities. They were going to kidnap Masih Alinejad. Yeah, exactly. Susanna was pointing out what I was pointing out before I said it. Susanna saying they were going to kidnap Masih al-Najjar to Venezuela, then move her to Iran. Exactly. Secular Sekai is saying, I wonder if they would have gotten foreign funding from the Middle East and North Africa region like Chechnya did. Yep, that was my guess, so that's good.
Hey guys, if you want to join these streams live, get your comments and questions read by Ali and Armin and the guests, and most importantly, to get full access to the full video versions of all these episodes, become a patron. Link in the description below.